Amazon's Reacher might be a better adaptation of the books than the Tom Cruise movies, but they still beat the TV series in one area. Lee Child's Jack Reacher novels have been bestsellers for well over 20 years, but when it came to making a live-action adaptation, casting the titular character proved a tough challenge. Reacher needs to be both keenly intelligent and built like the Incredible Hulk, and the pool of actors who can play both is real shallow. Ultimately, producers opted for star power instead and cast Tom Cruise for the 2012 movie. The Jack Reacher movies brought the character to a wider audience and only boosted the success of the novels. However, Cruise never felt right for the role, with Amazon later recasting Alan Ritchson as Reacher in their series. The TV adaptation has proven incredibly popular, capturing the pulpy tone of the source material while organically expanding on them. Reacher Season 3 has already been greenlit, and given that there are nearly 30 novels to choose from, the show won't run short of material for some time to come. Amazon's Reacher lacks the great villain the first Cruise movie had. The show has yet to feature a truly memorable foe like the Zek. Werner Herzog playing the Zek in Jack Reacher 2012. Reacher is essentially an unstoppable force of nature, which makes it tough to craft credible villains for him to fight. Child rarely pretends his hero is in any real danger, which is part of the fun of the books and the live-action Reacher adaptations. That said, both seasons of Amazon's Reacher have suffered from a lack of strong villains. The Kleiners from Season 1 or Robert Patrick's Langston and Ferdinand Kingsley's AM from the second season might be unlikable and ruthless, but they're not very memorable either. Reacher's lack of great villains is in contrast to Werner Herzog's Zek from Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher. Herzog is an iconic director and occasional actor, but while he doesn't have much screen time as the Zek, he's a truly menacing foe. He's introduced with a harrowing monologue about the lengths he went through to survive a gulag, and while the Zek may not be a physical threat to Reacher, his intelligence and ruthlessness make him a compelling antagonist. Of course, Herzog's performance is part of what made the character so chilling. Why Reacher is struggling with its bad guys. The show doesn't seem interested in developing Reacher's antagonists. Child created an addictive formula for his Jack Reacher stories, and he knows that readers know the character will always triumph. That's why it tends not to spend much time crafting complex villains or trying to mislead readers into thinking Reacher could die. This is an issue with Reacher since the lack of development for the villains makes them hard to view as genuine threats. Chris Webster's Kleiner from the first series was a smarmy antagonist who was easy to hate, but he had little dimension outside of just being evil. The same is true of both Langston and AM in Season 2, which adapts Bad Luck and Trouble. All audiences know about either is that they're ruthless killers and are motivated solely by money. This lean approach to character development works on the page, but when it comes to the series, it makes Reacher's villains feel like afterthoughts. Robert Patrick is a great actor, but Langston is a one-note bad guy who gives him little to work with.